Welcome guys to my playthrough of Bayonetta on the Xbox 360. This is a hack and slash beat 'em up game. That's probably one of the best of its kind. If I were to recommend you this or the sequel definitely a little bit more. But don't pass this game up. This is pretty awesome. And if you buy Bayonetta 2 on Wii U, if you buy the retail version, a download code I believe is a download code or maybe a separate disc is in the box that contains Bayonetta 1 for that game, and if you download either Bayonetta 1 or Bayonetta 2 on the Nintendo eShop, you get a discount at the other one, so it's perfectly fair. So, I'm actually going to be playing this game on my completed save file, and this will be a no cutscene run, so fortunately guys, I'm not really going to show any cutscenes. Sorry about that. It's just that I think that the story in this game is really inconsequential, and really, there's no point. I'll show off the gates of hell when we get to it in the story, but for now, I'm going to change the difficulty to hard so that I don't make it too easy on myself. And yeah, let's get started. Here's the gist of the story. You're a witch who has amnesia. You do powers with your hair, you have guns attached to your feet, and a bunch of angels are trying to kill you. So, yeah, there's not really much else to explain there. The story is very confusing if you try to follow along with it, so I recommend just not caring. Bayonetta 2's story is better for being more comprehensible, and luckily you can skip all the cutscenes if you feel like it, so let's get to it. So, unfortunately, guys, you're not going to see any of the tutorial sections in this part because, well, that's just kind of how it ended up. But, basically, I'm going to start off the game with your standard. Every level, I'm going to be showing off a new weapon set that you can use. So, every level is going to be something new. There are a lot of weapons that you can get in this game, as you can tell. On the right here, you see accessories, which are things that you can buy. They're pretty much only available, except for the Immortal Marionette. Pretty much all of them are bought at the gates of hell, and they pretty much kind of modify the way your character works. Like this one regenerates your magic powers, only 2 dots of it though. This one has a reflect move. This one causes everyone to be enraged with you, but you get more combo points. This one destroys witch time, which I'll get into in a second, but it does an attack instead. This one allows you to replenish vitality by taunting somebody. This one causes you to activate witch time whenever you get hit, and these are like extra outline things. And the climax brace is pretty much your cheating weapon, so you ever get that, then you're pretty much set for life. I'm actually going to use the Moon of Mahakala, which is pretty much a counter. It allows you to do a counter by pressing forward on the analog stick as soon as an attack connects with you. And if you successfully counter it, like, right as soon as the attack hits you, you'll do a super counter that also activates witch time. So that's pretty useful. But anyway, let me talk about the mechanics of the game. So, this is pretty much your standard beat the crap out of everything in sight. You have a punch button, a kick button, and you can do a lot of different combos with it. If you hold down the buttons, you use a weapon special ability, and because I'm using standard guns, I'm pretty much just firing them after I'm done with the hit by holding down the button. You can also just shoot a standard gun, kind of like a sidearm, by pressing, by holding down the X button. You can jump and double jump by pressing A, and yeah, so, but one of the most essential things for this game is the dodge button, which is the right trigger if you're playing the Xbox 360 version. It pretty much makes you completely invulnerable for those few frames that you're dodging all over the place. It's incredibly smooth, and if you dodge at exactly the right time, you activate witch time, which pretty much slows down time all around you like this, and you're pretty much, and you ignore effects that are on the enemy, like if the enemy's on fire, you won't get hurt by the fire when you're in witch time. And overall, it's a really good, it's really essential for this game because you're constantly dodging and trying to get this witch time activated so you can unload tons of pain on everything in sight. You can also, one special ability you can activate with guns is the circle, like, rotate the analog stick once and then press the button, And for guns, it's pretty much called the bullet climax, which is what I just did right there, where you pretty much just circle around, just shoot everything in sight. This game, in terms of its themes, is very suggestive, and it is a mature-rated game. So if you're a kid out there, proceed with caution. And right now I'm getting my ass wrecked because apparently these guys know how to swing their axes. That's a problem. That means we gotta take care of that. You may notice that lip symbol that's coming up. That's pretty much as soon as they hit you, which is when you can use techniques like the Bat Within or the Moon of Mahakala counter, which I'm not using right now, just because I want to get your first impressions of this game just right. You may be wondering what the hair stuff is. That's pretty much just a combo finisher that you just do naturally. And these enemies aren't supposed to show up until mid-game, so that's why I'm on hard here. I might change the difficulty as it goes, depending on how hard this gets for me, but, I mean, it's not that bad. It's worse on the non-stop infinite climax difficulty, which is the final difficulty you can unlock, and it pretty much disables witch time, so you have no room to breathe. One of her best combos is punch, kick, punch, which is pretty much a very easy, just wicked weave attack that's very powerful, and it's just really good. So use it when you're dealing with a lot of annoying threats. And yeah. And I almost died there. So you know what? This will be the only time I have it on hard. Because these guys are destroying me right now. And this is only the first level. There's Enzo. He's a plaything. Anyway, let's keep moving. An angel has run off with them. Oh no. Let's follow. And we completely destroy his car. Because we're a badass. Yeah, Bayonetta is one of the most badass characters I've seen in a video game. She just doesn't care about anything that comes across her. It's just blow up everything and ask no questions. The gameplay feels very smooth in this game, and that's something that I can really applaud it for. And you'll notice that I'm almost out of health already. And I'm going to do a torture attack. You see that little meter on the top left there? That's your magic meter. You get more of your magic by beating the crap out of everything in sight. And pretty much how it works is when you have one full bar, you can execute a torture attack on an enemy, which does a lot of freaking damage to them, and is very flashy to boot. It really is kind of the best way to deal with enemies. You also have a little QTE, but it doesn't really affect the move itself. Really only gives you more combo points. Oh, that's bad. You may notice that I've used 2 red hot shots at this point. That's pretty much it's an item that is used pretty much to get you up after you're dead. And I'm getting my ass kicked. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have turned it on hard. After this mission, I'll turn it on normal. And one thing I love about this game's load times is that you can actually practice your combos here. And there's a whole list of all the stuff you can do, all the different combos that you can go through. And if you want to keep the loading time from ending because you want to continue to practice, you can press the back button in order to enter this practice mode state where the game won't start until you let go or but of course the game has to be loaded by that point. Alright, this is actually something I'm going to use an item for. This is pretty much your healing lollipop. I'll explain concoction later. But pretty much I'm just restoring my health to make things easier for myself. We're pretty much in constant witch time here, which means we're not activating it anytime soon. You may be wondering who is fighting alongside us. That is Jean. Basically, she's your rival in this game, so to speak. Also, successfully dodging a strike also gives you magic, so... Although getting hit also drains it, so... That's my counter. It's kind of a good idea just to tap towards the direction of the enemy. When you have the Moon of Mahakala equipped. You have to perform 3 torture attacks to get through this area here. So let's just crush this guy. See ya. Boom. If they have enough health, though, they will survive it, which is a downside. Kinda wish they would just frickin' die. I'm doing the Stinger attack, which is something you can learn from the Gates of Hell. I'll explain that when we get to it. Yeah, pretty much I'm kind of cheating with the Moon of Mahakala here to just make sure that they don't kill me. There's massive slowdown, I know. That happens in these really tight sequences, but not that often. Not enough to be concerned, anyway. Alright, that's enough. You got all 3. So let's just crush this guy one more time. You have a time limit, as you can tell up top, but it's pretty generous. It's about 4, maybe like 4 minutes. Alright. That's it for the prologue. I think I'll do one more chapter on normal difficulty before we move on. Anyway, bullets, heart signs, all that kind of crap. Halos are this game currency, and obviously they're references to rings. So, the Sonic rings. This game was published by Sega, so it's got a lot of Sega references as well as Capcom references. And you can see, here's your ranking system. It's based on how much damage you took, how much time you took, and you'll notice the used item bar up there. Basically, each time you die, you get a full skull and crossbones, and for every item you use, you get half a skull and crossbones, which really destroy your score, so... You can also update your score if it somehow was better. And at the end of every level, and this is exclusive to Bayonetta 1, you get a little shooting game. You can pretty much see the points on the bottom, but I don't really like this minigame. It's really just shoot, hope you get some loot, you know. This is pretty much how you get your other lollipops and stuff. You pretty much can buy them from a shop, but I can't since I'm broke. And whatever points you have left over are transferred into halos, which is nice. Alright, let's change the difficulty before we move on. Also, we're going to do a costume change here. Bayonetta has multiple costumes in this game. If you have the Nintendo version of the game, you can actually get, if you have the Wii U version of this game, you actually start off with a few Nintendo-themed costumes. Specifically, Samus's Power Suit costume, Link's costume, and Princess Peach and Princess Daisy, I believe. So, and this is pretty much Jean's outfit that we're wearing here. Let me talk about multiple characters as well. This game actually has 3 playable characters, Bayonetta, Jean, and Little Zero. Jean and Little Zero are really damn hard to unlock, but there is a cheat code system, which I actually really like in this game, because of one specific reason. I'll get into that when we get to the area that you can put them in. Oh, whoops, forgot to skip. Alright, now we're on the train station. Let me show you guys a little Easter egg here. First off, we're going to blow up everything in sight. Pick up a few butterflies here and there, which will fill your magic. Let's get into the concocting. Basically, you have these materials that you collect throughout the game. You got the unicorn horn, the green stuff, and the yellow stuff. And pretty much, each one pertains to a specific item that you can see on the left list there. And pretty much, you have 3 different levels of each one. That one, and the chart on the left tells you how much levels of each one you need to concoct a certain item. The green lollipops refill your health. The red lollipops give you a damage boost for a period of time. The yellow ones give you a temporary invincible shield. And the purple ones refill your magic. And the yellow lamp is pretty much a screen nuke, although it's not as great as it sounds. This game gets pretty freaking difficult later on, so make sure you constantly update with this stuff. I'm sorry if this is a little boring, but this is what you kind of got to do throughout the game. Really, the lamp isn't worth it. You're better off just spending your... As well as the purple lollipops, they're not worth it either. Your best bet is just to purchase the lollipops that give you, you know, the standard ones, the green, red, and yellow. Alright, that's enough there. Alright, I did promise something else, that I would change the weapons up each level, so let's get it. Let's do that. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sharaba and the Onyx Roses. Sharaba is pretty much your standard one-handed sword. Its charge move is a charge slash. It can slash right across the screen. I love that effect. And the Onyx Roses are pretty much revolvers. You know, they're like short-range shotguns. Pretty cool. You can attach them to your hands and your feet. So that's awesome. Now let's show off an Easter egg here. Also, here's an ability you unlock later in the game. The Panther Within allows you to go much farther with your jumps, allows you to run much faster and stuff like that, and combo out of it. You don't get this until I believe after the 5th level in the game, so sorry about that. I didn't make the game. Every weapon has its own combos, every weapon has its own strengths and weaknesses, and it's really awesome. There's a lot of replay value to be had with this game. And the second game, which I will be getting to probably late this year. But anyway, what I'm trying to do here is break all the benches on the top shelf. You may wonder what the hell that does. You'll see in a sec. You may be wondering why nobody can see us doing this crap. We're technically in like an alternate dimension where we can see everyone else, but they can't see us. Now you hear the train going off, and basically what you have to do is jump on the train and just wait it out. And bang, you just get 10,000 free halos. So, yeah. Anyway, let's continue on. There's also the bat, the crow within, that you can get from the Gates of Hell, as well as the bat within, which is pretty much giving you a little extra time to do a counter. But I'll explain that when we get to it. These walls, you gotta hit them a bunch of times to break them down, or you can just do a giant charge slash like I did right there. Oh, we have a locked door. Damn it. Whatever are we gonna do? Oh, a key! Let's pick this thing up. Pretty big, though. It's gonna be kinda... When I go into combat, I'll be worthless, won't I? Oh, wait. Swing. 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 Yeah, the key is a better weapon than what you already have. It's pretty freaking nuts. So, we'll just move on. Funny thing, if you do that with the Link costume in the Wii U version, you actually get a, you get like the Zelda sound effect, like, dun 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 dun. I believe it's how it goes. I'll be getting to a Legend of Zelda Wind Waker playthrough soon, too, so stay tuned for that. This is where the game teaches you about Wicked Weaves. You can see the enemies are a lot slower than they were on hard mode. I believe easy mode is probably where you want to start your adventure. And then after that, it's kind of up to you at that point. You need to unlock hard and infinite climax mode by doing the previous difficulty, so those are pretty hard. And this is just a special effect. You turn around a bunch, there's a whole lot of butterflies, and yay. And also your spinning move with the sword is pretty much a standard spin sword. I'll get into that in a sec. See, pretty much just a spin attack. Now, the gimmick with this area is that you press X, and you have 10 seconds. You can press X to activate a lightning strike, and then activate Witch Time, and you can now run on water. Yeah, it makes no sense. Thing is, you can also just, if you have the Panther within, you can literally just jump over the whole thing. And the Crow within also helps too. So literally, you can just like... Yep, that's it. But you don't get that into the 5th level, so you might as well not care about that. Now we make ourselves an elevator. Seriously, we can cause so much mayhem in this universe, but no one knows we're here. Like, see, they can hear all the guns going off and, like, the pots breaking, but they can't see us. Pretty awesome. And here are the concocting components that I mentioned earlier. Throughout each level, there are broken witch hearts and broken moon pearls. Broken witch hearts, you get enough of them, they enhance your health, and if you get enough broken moon pearls, they enhance your maximum magic. So, that's pretty self-explanatory. And now we enter the gates of hell. Wow, this looks awesome. There's also a little funny cutscene that happens every time from Rodan, the shopkeeper here. So here's all the stuff you can buy. You can buy new weapons. However, the thing is that these weapons are alterations, not the actual weapons. To unlock weapons in this game, you have to get golden LPs, which are pretty much these like golden discs that you can find throughout all the levels that are split into pieces later on, so it kind of gets annoying to find them. But once you unlock a weapon, if it's a weapon that can be attached to both your hands and feet, Rodan will make an alteration that you can then buy so that you can equip them to both your hands and feet at the same time. However, you can equip them to either your hands or your feet, but if you buy the alt, you can equip them to both at the same time. A lot of people get confused by that because they walk into the shop and think, oh, I gotta buy this thing to use it. It's like, no, you only need to buy it if you want to use it on both your limbs at the same time. Accessories, pretty much already talked about these. Stat buffs, I'm missing one, I don't know what it is, but I don't really care. And that's it. Items, pretty much you can get a few lollipops that they will sell out, as well as free witch hearts and moon pearls to extend yourself. Make sure you pick those up. I might as well just buy these and sell them out, because I don't have anything else to spend my money on. Techniques, you can learn new moves, you can learn an air dodge. Yeah, you can't dodge in midair until you get this. There's the stinger, there's a heel slide, there's like an uppercut, there's a shoulder charge, a break dance, an afterburner thing, a portal kick, the bat within, the crow within, and the unburned spear. Oh, I thought this was only in Bayonetta 2. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that. Oh, wait, no, this is only with the crow. In Bayonetta 2, you can do it whenever. And Rodan's treasures are pretty much just alternate costumes and stuff like that. Should I get into what this is? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Platinum ticket. This will only unlock once you have accumulated 7.5 million halos at a time, I believe. Not only does getting that alone net you some like nunchuck weapons, which I'll show off later, but it also unlocks this. What does this do? It makes you fight Rodan. It pretty much makes you boss fight Rodan, who in both Bayonetta 1 and Bayonetta 2 is a gigantic asshole. So I'm not going to be fighting him unless I get a certain number of subscribers or views or whatever the hell, but I'm not fighting him in this playthrough. Just forget it. It's the hardest challenge in the game, and it's just, it's not worth it for this playthrough, okay? I could make it a whole, I could make like 6 parts of me trying to beat this guy. And in Bayonetta 2, he's not any nicer, so... Anyway, let's get out of here. Just gonna speed run through this. And now we're fighting some more angels. Torture attacks are different for every single enemy, so pretty awesome. These bird human things, I believe they're called Affinity. They're all named kind of weird things like Vengeance and like Regret and Respect and all that stuff. It's just like, I don't care, I'm just gonna kill him anyway. Yep. Boom! Even though I hit nobody. You're gonna pay for that. Yup. Oh, crap. If you have the Moon of Mahakal, you can actually reflect projectiles, which is pretty awesome. And accessories are unlocked by different means, so explore and see what you got. Of course, that's his weak spot. You do a lot more damage if you hit him in the back here. This is why you don't have glowing weak spots, idiot. And Climax. Basically, she uses her hair powers to summon a giant demon that pretty much rips him apart. It's satisfying, to say the least. Although the poses she takes are a little bit too suggestive. I'm all for admitting that. In fact, let's get this out of the way now. There was a big argument about how, like, this year online about how, like, females are treated in video games. And Bayonetta 2 was the main thing that started that, when Polygon gave it a lower than normal review because he was kind of distracted by all the suggestive themes. And a lot of people kind of went hate mail, and then some people were discussing, hey, are female ethics in video games a problem? Well, it's a problem in all of media, so until that's fixed, I don't give a crap. And Bayonetta's badass anyway, so I don't care. You can get these bullets around the levels that can increase the amount of bullets you have in that mini game at the end of the level with the shooting the alien stuff. And now, deja vu moment. You're supposed to change into like an old costume after this. The best way to fight these guys, just reflect their fireballs. They don't take a lot of damage normally, but if you can reflect their fireballs back at them, that's how it kind of works. You're normally just supposed to shoot your pistol, which doesn't do a lot of damage by itself, to be perfectly honest. But hey, it's something. And now this guy's already leaving. The thing is that if you go over to the bridge, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to go over to the bridge, where I am right now. And what happens is that basically, you're supposed to run down to that bridge, and then the dragon heads will be attacking you from there. You're supposed to use, like, close-range attacks and witch time and stuff like that to beat them, but I just reflect fireballs because that's how I roll. Here's another Gates of Hell portal. They're everywhere. And this guy comes out of nowhere. Yep, this is indeed very damaging. He has a swipe there, so just take advantage of that. Ah, whenever he grabs the thing, he also freaking moves it around. Dodge is the moment he hits a wall to avoid stumbling. Shotgun. Let go of me, jerk. Oh, no, 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 no. Yeah. Yep, there are quick time events in this game, and they suck. So, spoiler warning, they suck. Alright, let's just head to the door, and oh, god damn it! Yeah, don't get near that guy. Just stay at a distance and shoot him. If you want a head start. He will crumble the stage underneath you, and it's going to be really damn annoying. I keep dodging too early. Oh, yeah! Climax. What are these angel things? Like, I just don't get it. Yeah, Bayonetta will be nude if you have her default costume on, because she uses her hair to do the stuff, and the hair is also what's making up her clothes. Yeah. It's not, they don't show any of her parts because, you know, their hair kind of covers it up, but yeah, I kind of put on these costumes partly because I kind of want to lower that a little bit. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in part 2 when we take on Jean.